because I'm not giving out free advertising. But I have one. If you recognize it and you know what it is, then you know. That's what I got.
Keane production.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I think is very important, and that's self-care. With us leaving 2020 behind, I wanted us to bring 2021 in with freshness and with positivity. So I put together a list of things that I think would be beneficial for all of us in this coming year. All of these tips are things that you can do for free, or you can choose to add value. The first tip that I had is pamper yourself. And for the guys that don't like the word pampering when it comes to taking care of yourself, take care of yourself. So that could mean moisturizing, that could mean drinking water, that could mean eating fruit, that could mean just eating right, or exercising if that is something that you're into. Me, I am allergic to exercising, but pamper yourself, take care of yourself. And I guarantee you it's going to be beneficial, and you might start to feel different. The next tip that I have is don't forget to breathe. I know sometimes we go through the motions in everyday life and we just forget to center yourself. Breathing is one of the best stress relievers ever. Have you ever been in an argument with somebody and they stop and breathe? They're either calming down or they're building themselves up. Use that breathing to calm down, center yourself. Don't do the other thing. But breathing is very important. Me personally, I have a watch that helps me do breathing exercises, and it just helps me, get going. I'm not gonna say what kind of watch it is because I'm not giving out free advertising, but I have one. If you recognize it and you know what it is, then you know. That's what I got. The next tip that I have is meditating. I would think it's all of us. When we start meditating, we don't know if we're doing it right. We just don't know. And there is no right or wrong way to meditate. Just don't go to sleep. I know a lot of people, including myself, when they first start meditating, they go to sleep. I went to sleep the first 2 times that I've tried to meditate. And then after that, I was able to do it in a constructive way that helps me reach what I was trying to reach, or get the insight that I was trying to get. So meditating can be that thing that you probably didn't know you needed. So I recommend trying it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get back to the video.
This next tip is something that I know a lot of us are tired of doing. And me personally, I was tired of it at first until I had to get a little bit more creative with what I was looking for. But the tip is attend virtual events. I know in the beginning there were virtual parties, there were virtual paint and sips, there were virtual everything. But since then, the amount of virtual events have become a lot more creative. I have been looking into poetry virtual events that would involve me having to do my poetry. So attend virtual events that tap into things that you're interested in and that can also involve you. Like if you wanted to attend an open mic, do it virtually. And it's been some dope ones. For this next tip, it is vent to yourself. I'm one of those people, I don't like to vent to people at all because I don't trust people with what I'm saying like I would trust myself. So vent to yourself. When I graduated with my master's degree, I had a bonfire. And at bonfires, you're traditionally supposed to write things down and then burn them into the atmosphere. They go. So one thing that I took from that is I'll write something that's bothering me, I'll write something out, and then I'll just burn it and then let it go. A lot of us have this thing where we just have to get it out. And sometimes the thing that you got to get out might hurt somebody or whatever. So write it out and then burn it. Or if you just want to write it out and then keep it and look at it later, then do that. Just don't go back to the negative space that you were in when you did that thing. Or if you're in a positive space and you're writing down like goals, you can write those down and then go back to look at them. Just vent to yourself. Vent about things that are bothering you or things that you want to do. And when I say things that you want to do, I consider that venting, because you might have like this business idea that you don't feel comfortable telling anybody because you think they might steal it. So write it down and burn it, or write it down just so you know what's going on. This next tip is go for a walk. Walks are so underrated. Like, you could be in a very negative headspace, go for a walk, get some fresh air, and it's like whatever it was never happened. Now, before you go for the walk, make sure you talk out whatever the issue is, if it's with the person that's in the house, or if it is a walk just to get yourself together. Leave all of that negativity where it is, go for that walk, and come back so you don't come back to that negativity. And if you like to sage with the window open, go for the walk, come back, you might feel better. So go for a walk. This next tip that I have is create. In 2020, I tapped into all of my creative juices, honey. Like, I finished a book that I've been working on, but I have not published it yet with myself or anybody else. But I finished the book. I started putting my poetry videos out more. I created this YouTube channel. I picked up motorcycle riding, and that has been like therapy. If you ride a bike, understand, I know how you feel. If you don't ride a bike, riding a bike is so therapeutic if you don't do it to feed your own ego. If you do it to feed your own ego, it could be therapeutic on another level, but I can't relate. But it can be very therapeutic. But anyway, creating can also help you tap into other things that you didn't know you were talented at. It could help you hold yourself accountable, which is why this YouTube channel started, to hold myself accountable for things that I said I'm gonna do. I mean, if I don't do it, somebody gonna cuss me out on YouTube and say, "What happened, sis? What happened?" This last tip goes with the create tip that I just said, and it's tap into your talents. And when I say tap into your talents, I mean, like, if you haven't drawn in a minute, draw. If you're good at talking to people, create a virtual platform where you can talk to people. Just tap into your talents, because you might be able to build on them in time that you just might spend sitting down or scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. But tap into those talents. But that concludes today's video. I hope that these tips were beneficial for you. I hope that these tips were helpful. If you have tips that I did not mention, just drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. You can share if you feel the need to. And if you're not subscribed, you should probably do that. You should do that. I think you should do that. I think you should do that. But thanks for coming through for another video, and I will see you guys on the next one.